MPI want us to have a look at the fishing fleet down in the subantarctic islands and make sure that they're complying with the rules. My role is to fly the aircraft along with the co-pilots and also being the captain to coordinate the crew and to make sure that we're achieving the mission.
Today we're going down to Invercargill and then onwards to the Auckland Islands.
The mission now from here is to go and patrol the subantarctic islands in support of MPI and just see what's going on with the fishing fleet today.
There's rich fisheries down in the Southern Ocean and we're trying to protect those and ensure that they're respected and maintained in the best way possible.
Conditions down there are not very good. The wind is reasonably strong and there's quite a big swell.
The fisheries officers that come on board, they're providing that specialist advice on regional fishing vessels. So they're really the experts, even though fisheries patrols is our bread and butter. If the Air Force doesn't do it, it's a bit harder for the naval assets to cover that much area and the time that we can do it.
On board the aircraft we've got a standard crew of 12 people, 2 pilots up the front in the flight deck with 2 flight engineers, and then down the back in the mission crew we've got a tactical coordinator. Their job is to look after the tactics and actually managing the mission is very exciting. We've got the sensor employment manager and they're in charge of all the sensor operators on the aircraft. The information manager, they're responsible for all the fuel planning on the aircraft and for terrain avoidance, making sure that we've always got safe altitudes. We have 4 sensor operators, so they're operating each of the individual sensors on the aircraft. We also have an ordnanceman, and their role is to manage all of the stores we have.
The exclusive economic zone goes out to 200 miles from New Zealand's coast, which is a huge expanse of water. All the resources within that are ours to protect.
9,000 feet, life jackets.
So we fly past the fishing vessels at 200 feet. At that height we're able to see the call sign, able to see on board the aircraft on the deck, see if they've got any fish on board, see what gear they're carrying, and we're able to get a good handheld camera image of the vessel as well at that height.
Beam it. Now.
Weather's quite dynamic. The patterns will move through around the pole quite a lot faster. You'll go from being quite sunny and nice conditions to very severe thunderstorms, rain and hail, probably in half an hour to an hour.
On a centre to the Auckland Island area could be quite bumpy, so hold on to something or sit down, strap in if you can.
It's challenging and rewarding at the same time.
But it's probably rough as guts up against that coastline.
You get to come home at the end of the day and feel like you've done something that's useful for New Zealand or for the world.
It's probably one of the coolest jobs in the world, so that's why I wanted to do it.
I enjoy the challenge.